Alright, so I had actually started making this video already, but I think I deleted it because I needed space for something else. So starting fresh. I honestly don't feel like filming. Well, I didn't feel like filming. Been out the shop for a while. Just did the second trip to California and back to pick up 21 Savage's cars. I didn't film because we did like a bull run on that. We went there, picked the cars up, came right back. Me and Torian just went, no kids this time. And I mean, we did it in 5 days, no stopping. I mean, of course we stopped for fuel and stuff like that, but just pulled over, rest stop, slept in the truck, kept going. I got a hotel one night on the way back for like a couple hours just so I could shower and stuff like that. But I mean, we did that trip quickly. So we got the cars delivered. We left Wednesday. I left Wednesday mid-afternoon and got to LA Friday at 9 a.m. Left LA around noon and got to Atlanta Sunday 9 a.m. So I mean, just straight shot across the country. So I'm back in the shop trying to finish up this car for my boy PJ. So as from the title you can see, we are doing the turn signal mirrors. I have never done these before. I've seen them on a few cars. They're pretty cool. I looked into getting some for my car, but I don't love them enough to go through the trouble. You can see that. You see me almost bust my ass. Okay, so if you don't know, these are the turn signal mirrors. They use the LED strip. I think this is from a Mercedes C something, and they mold them into the existing mirrors. There's a guy on Instagram that sells them. I believe his Instagram is Red Rocket something. I'll put it in the thing, Red Rocket 64. I've never personally ordered from him, so you know, that's just what the customer told me. That's where he got them, and I went on his Instagram page and he's got a few of them on there. So I don't know if he's legit. I don't, like I said, you know, I've never personally ordered from him. But I know Carlos wants to get a set for one of the cars, so he may put me in charge of that, and I can give you guys like an honest review, like, yeah, he ordered them, it went great, whatever. Anyway, I'm in the midst of wiring them up now. There's several different ways you can do this. I'm pretty sure you can tap in under the dash somewhere, and it'll be super easy, and it'll be quick, but I'm a big dude, and trying to get up under there and probe for wires is a pain in the ass. So what I did, I know the headlight harness runs right here, so I found the two positives for the left and right turn signal right here, and basically I'm just gonna run the wires here and tap them in here. So super simple. I've already tested it with the test light for left and right, and then we're wired up to there. So I had to pull the door panel off and run it through the grommet. That's the part that will probably be the most difficult about this install, is getting the wire from the door neatly and cleanly into the car. And I'll show you what I mean. So this is the wire for the mirror here. Whoever installed the mirrors, they tapped it in here, it comes down, runs into this, and then this is the wire here. I'm just wrapping it in electrical tape so it's a little easier to manage. And basically I'm going to run it inside the door through the grommet. It's going to come out here. I'm going to run it straight across to the driver's side and run both wires through the firewall and tap them into the headlight harness there. And like I said, I'm pretty sure there's somewhere under here, you know, I'm 100% sure there's somewhere under here that I can tap it into. But I was looking and looking and looking, and I just didn't want to mess with too much stuff under there. So I said, you know what, let me go with what I know. So it may not be the most efficient way, it may not be the easiest way, but it's gonna be clean, and it's gonna work. So I think that's more important. So I got kind of a cool way. I already fished that side through, so I already got the wire on that door panel into the car and everything like that. And I wanted to do it first off camera, so I'm like an idiot trying to do it here. So I'm gonna show you guys how I get the wire from the door panel inside and then run it through. And then of course I'll need to extend this long enough to reach and all that. And I've already done a few things to this car. I painted this, installed the double din, put the steering wheel on here. He's got coilovers in the front. I gotta adjust those. He said it's scrubbing a little bit in the front, so I'm gonna take them up just a little bit and stiffen them. and see if that helps a little bit so it's not squatted too much, and kind of go from there. So that's where we are with this car. Oh, and my piece of garbage is back in the shop. I pulled the motor, the old engine out of it, the one that I did the video on back in November. Cam is chewed up again, so I am done building engines. Obviously, it's something I'm doing because that's the third one. I'm not an engine builder. I never claimed to be. Just, you know, I know how to put together some stuff. So obviously, there's something I'm doing with the valve train. I don't know if it's the heads, because that's really been the only constant. This is an LQ9, and I had 799 heads on it. Just a Elgin sloppy stage 2 cam, trunnion upgrade, lifters, the whole nine, and I maybe got 100 miles on that engine before the cam got chewed up. Same thing happened to the engine that was in it prior to that, but that one lasted I got a good year out of that. I got a couple thousand miles on that one. That was the one I took the classic and all that. And then, you know, so I don't know. So for now, she is now currently rocking a bone stock 5.3. I pulled it from that clapped out Suburban. If you go a couple videos back, that 74 Caprice I had traded it for a like a pretty raggedy Suburban. I took the 26s off of it, pulled the engine, and the engine originally was going to go in my two-door Tahoe, which is currently for sale. So I had the engine sitting waiting for that, and I was like, you know what, let me throw it in here so I can have something, because I got to get this car back to paint so I can make it to Mayhem. So I just finished putting it in yesterday. It didn't take much, a couple hours, got it in there. So it's bone stock 5.3, no cam, no stall, no nothing. 5.3 4L60 bone stock with a 373s out back. It'll be enough to drive it around, go to shows, have a little fun with it. It'll be reliable. I don't have to worry about valve train, cam stuff, none of that. What I'm waiting for now is a tune. So I sent the tune file from the original 6.0, cam swap, injectors, all that stuff to my tuner, and he's just gonna modify it for a stock 5.3 4L60 for the 24s, the whole nine. So it'll crank, it just won't start. It tries to start, but it won't stay running. So as soon as he does that, I'm gonna get it outside, get this thing back on here. So this one's almost done. I just got to get the stuff on the bottom done, and then I can finish the top, and then we'll keep on moving. Because probably after the car, I got one car coming after this. After that, I'm done doing swaps for a while. They just take up too much time, and the little stuff that I do, like these cars where it's just like this, and this, honestly, I make more money on it. I have more fun doing it, and I can get the cars in and out. They're not sitting here for months at a time. And just finding people to tune properly, interior, just all that stuff, man. Just outsourcing work, period, has been a nightmare for me this last year. And it's caused me to lose customers. It's caused me to, you know, just not fulfill jobs and stuff like that, which really is not my fault. You know, I mean, it is my fault, but not directly. But I am held responsible. So I'm just at a point where if I can't do it here physically myself, I don't offer that service. And it's unfortunate, but it's just how I have to be at this point, you know. And I said recently, I understand. I don't know if any of you guys, you know, Todd from College Park Customs, the owner of College Park Customs. But if you follow him on IG, at least 3 to 4 times a week, he's on live cussing somebody out. And at first, I'm like, damn, that dude just be going off. But you know what? I get it. I'm not even mad at him. I totally get it now, because, man, this car thing is stressful, man. Running a shop and a business, it's not easy. And I've said it before. It's not, man. It's a lot of responsibility. It's a lot of headache. It's just a lot. But it's what I wanted to do. I don't want to go punch a clock. I don't want a 9 to 5. I don't want to have to work for anybody. So the freedom versus the headache, you know, it's worth it. I definitely don't make a whole lot of money. You know, I make money enough to, you know, live, but, you know, I could definitely go get a sales job and make 6 figures, because I am one hell of a salesman. That's my background. I used to be a sales trainer for DirecTV, if you didn't know that. A regional corporate sales trainer. Like, I was the man. So that's where we at. So let me jump back on this thing. I actually need to put a new battery in here. This battery's about to die. So I'm going to show you guys how to fish the wire through there and wire these things up, and we'll be done with this thing. All right, so first things first, what I use is a conduit strap. So it's like basically a really big, strong zip tie, and you feed it in under there through the grommet, and it'll come out right here. See that? So this is it. So what I'm gonna do is just tape the this wire, wherever it is. What I'll do is tape the end of this wire right here to the end of the conduit strap, and then just pull it through. Super simple. And then that'll be it. The wire will be on the inside. But while I got the door panel off, I guess this car at some point had some kind of sound system. It's no longer in it because there's like a second battery back there and stuff like that. I did this in the back. I had to do this in the rear and on the other side. It's got these old kickers in here. The customer didn't bring me any more speakers. We only did the double din. But I guess until he gets a system, he's gonna want to listen to something. So right now these don't work. Well, the other three work because I fixed them, but this one doesn't work, and I know why. It's not connected anywhere. It's got some weird setup, I don't know, but I trimmed out all the old wiring on the other side and connected it back to the factory wiring. So now at least 3 or 4 of the speakers will work, but once I pull this one out, fix the wiring, all 4 will work. So I'll do that. He didn't really ask me to do that, but I mean, he put a new radio in it, and if I can make it work for, you know, just a few minutes of work, and you know, why not, you know? So that's what I'm gonna do. So let me finish feeding the wire through for the mirror. Once that's done, then I'll pull the speaker out, rewire it, make sure it works, and then we'll put the door panel and stuff back together. All the inside stuff will be done. We'll run the wires along the bottom there to the other side. We'll run all 4 wires out to the engine bay, and test the turn signal mirrors. And once that's done, I can put the entire interior back together, call the customer, and he can come get his car. I've been waiting on my alarm guy because he actually has a Viper alarm supposed to be going in here, but haven't been able to get a hold of him. So I don't want to keep the car any longer than I have to. I'll just credit him back the money for the alarm install, and I'll be done with my portion of the bill. And this will be a car gone out of here, and then next thing I'll work on is that car there, and kind of go from there. So I'll keep you updated, and we'll see how it comes out. All right, pretty much got everything put back together. The wires are run to the other side, so now we are running them through the firewall. So got it extended here, and I'm gonna bring it through this little grommet right here. I got a screwdriver just stuck in there so I can see where it comes out the other side. I'll tape the wires to the screwdriver, pull it through, and we'll just connect them right here, and we should have turn signal lights. So we'll see. Hopefully it all goes well. Something I was thinking about, well, I made a post on Facebook. Anybody who knows me personally know I have a very, very diverse taste in music, and my wife knows. She knows better than anybody because I drive her nuts in the car. But you know, everybody has like one-off songs that they like, and a lot of people say, no, I listen to everything. But when I tell you I listen to everything, I listen to everything from opera to country to like black death metal to, you know, of course, rap, hip hop, reggae, that type of stuff. But I listen to literally everything, and not only do I listen to everything, I enjoy all kinds of music. Like I try to find, you know, just the craziest stuff. Like I was watching The Office, and they were talking, like, the guy was talking about Swedish black metal. And I was like, okay, let me check that out. And actually found a band that I like. So it was random. So here's a challenge. Drop a song in the comments that people who saw you wouldn't expect you to like. And just to show y'all I'm not BSing, let me show you just a quick glimpse of my Spotify like songs library. And mind you, this is what I'm listening to right now. This is Landco. This is a country dude I just found out about. But this is my Spotify. Right now I got it on country because I'm in a mood to listen to some country. So we'll take the country like songs. I got 1,143 like songs. So here's actually this one. Shout out to Corey, Cool Cars KJ. I made the post on Facebook. This is one that he had said, Two Princes. I knew the song, I just never knew who sung it. But we got some Beanie Man in there. We got some Conway Twitty. We got some Beyonce. We got some Rihanna. We got some more reggae. We got some country. We got country. Here's one. Cannibal Corpse, Hammer Smash Face. That's like death metal. We got some Luke Combs in there. We got some Luciano. We got some J. Cole. Some Future in there. Wayne, Louis Capaldi. Whole lot of reggae, whole lot of country. Got some UGK. Here, I'll just go to a random, just scroll and just see what it stops at. So some reggae, some more hip hop, some Toby, Nagiwe, some Blueface, Mo City Don Zero, some Juice World. So let's go somewhere. Let's see what else we got. We'll come up on some SWV. We got some more reggae, some Kenny Rogers, some Conway Twitty. Of course, I gotta have Nip in there. We got some Future in there, some 21. The White Buffalo. This is a song from Sons of Anarchy that I liked. Some Rod Stewart, right? Five Finger Death Punch, one of the rock bands that I really like. Let's see, what else we got? Some Pantera, Coheed and Cambria, 2 Chainz. We got some Journey, some Chicago, some Metallica. And we got, what else? A lot of Nipsey, a lot of reggae. Some Kanye, Kings of Leon, Franz Ferdinand, some Creed, Alien Ant Farm, Hoobastank. We got some Three Doors Down, Frankie Valli, the Bee Gees, Avenged Sevenfold. This is one of my favorite groups, rock groups. Some Doobie Gray. Oh, wife is calling. Some Michael Jackson, some REM, some Bee Gees. All right, I gotta answer this. Hello, good evening. All right, y'all, so I'm not sure where I left off. I should have looked at the videos first and then seen where I left off, but I got the turn signal mirrors installed. We had a little issue with them where only 2 of the LEDs would light up. I spoke to the guy that he ordered them from, and he said it was a ground issue. Tried different grounds, tried different things, still wouldn't work. So that I tested them with the power probe on the battery in the car, put the power probe on the battery, tested them, still only 2 LEDs lighted up. And I couldn't figure it out for a second, and I was like, you know what? I remember this car, the alternator was no good, so I was like, let me try it. Maybe the voltage is too low. So I tried it on the battery I got sitting up there on the bench, and that works perfectly. So but what I did, I had both wires run through the firewall here, the power and the ground, but I ended up grounding it inside on the kick panel, and I just have the 2 positive wires here for the turn signals. And then you won't be able to see it because I put everything back, but the grounds are mounted. There's some grounds right here for other stuff in the car, and they're mounted right here. So let me show you guys how well they work. Look at that. Oh yeah. And the other side. Boom. This actually came out pretty good. I'm happy with it. Pretty sure the customer's gonna be happy. I wonder if the hazards work. They should. Yep, hazards work. So, good to go. Double din is done. The center console's installed and wired. Radio's done. So the next thing I have to do on this car is the AC. Came in with the AC not working, so I hooked up the gauges to it and tried to vacuum it down, see if it'll hold vacuum. Holds no vacuum, like none at all. Wouldn't even move a little bit, so there's probably a big leak in it. Car's got headers, so I just felt down on the hose. You can feel where the headers burn through the hose. So I'm gonna call the customer, let them know I found the issue with the AC. Don't know if the compressor's good. You know, as far as I know right now, we just have a leak in the system. So I'll price him out for some lines, accumulator, you know, all that stuff. Go through the AC, charge it, see if he wants to go ahead with it, and then I'll get started on that. I'm just gonna kind of wipe down the inside. Hands got dirty, so you know, I just want to wipe it down, make sure everything's nice and clean before I give it back to him. And then if we're gonna do the AC, we'll go ahead and do that. So not super hard. Like I said, the hardest part about doing the mirrors is fishing the wire through the little grommet in the door. I'm pretty sure there's people out there that are gonna be lazy. I've seen speakers and stuff run where you can see the wire right here, and that's super tacky, super terrible, you know, and it's dangerous because the wire could get pinched and it could corrode and everything like that. Running through that rubber grommet is really the safest way. That's why it's done like that from the factory. It is a little bit of a pain in the ass, but you can use a wire hanger. I used to use wire hangers, but I stopped using them because sometimes the tip of the wire hanger will rub the wires, and I had a short that I was chasing for months because of that. On one of my other cars, I think on my Suburban, I had ran some wire for the speakers because the old wire was all chewed up. So I ran new wires, or no, yeah, it was my Denali because I had a Bose system and the bypass wasn't working right. So I was like, well, I'll just run new wires and wire the speakers manually. And I used the wire hanger, and when I was pushing it through, it rubbed one of the things. So I use these conduit straps. It's basically a huge zip tie. And that way it's plastic, it's maneuverable, it's rigid enough to get through, and it worked pretty good. So that's it for now. I guess I'll end this video here. Sorry for no content, honestly guys. I just honestly have not been 100%, haven't been feeling myself, haven't been, you know, just one of those down times, you know. So try to put something out there for you, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.